All right, so today, boys and girls, we are working on our burst ratio lab and testing out one of the ratio experiments that you guys came up with. Today we're using Delena's, or in the spirit of Delena's experiment. So the items, first off, her experiment talked about using teaspoons, tablespoons, and cups. Cups of vinegar, cups of baking soda, like some of you heard me say. That's a lot of material in a small bag, so it's really going to fill the bag, so there's not a lot of space left. So, of course, that amount would definitely burst the bag. We're going to go a little smaller, and we're going to be within the spirit of her steps and her idea, and we're going to be doing 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and we're going to increase each bag with 1 tablespoon of vinegar. So we're going to do 4 trials. The first trial with a 1 and 1. Everybody started with a 1 and 1 just like yesterday. All right, so the materials that we're using today is we have that by the way was our hypothesis that we're going to get to a 1-to-4 ratio that will burst the bag open. So we have 4 plastic sandwich bags. We have a beaker. Now the beaker is actually for us to be able to put the sandwich bag in like so that it makes it a little easier to put the vinegar in. We need 2 1-tablespoon measuring spoons. Our materials are white vinegar and baking soda. All right, so we're going to start out with our 1-to-1, 1 tablespoon of vinegar and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. So I'm going to pour in 1 tablespoon of vinegar. I'm going to take it out of my beaker here and lay it flat so that I can now get the baking soda in it without any reaction taking place. I had to cut the box down a little bit to make it a little easier to get. So I have my measured tablespoon of baking soda. Sorry, I gotta tilt my, everybody see the table now? All right, so I got the baking soda in there and seal it up real good, very little air in it, and I'm going to just start it right up, and we see the reaction start to take place, and we get some gas, just like we did yesterday. Obviously, we knew that this one wasn't going to be enough, but this was kind of our control. We knew that a 1-to-1 was going to give us some gas, but not enough to make the bag burst. So we'll set that one aside, and we'll start with our next bag. All right, so open up the bag, put it in, and now we're going to do 2 tablespoons of vinegar. So we have 1, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Take that out. Lay it flat so we can get our baking soda going. Measured scoop of baking soda into our bag. Air out and seal it up real good. All right, so 2 tablespoons vinegar, 1 tablespoon baking soda, and oh, we definitely get more reaction. We definitely get more gas. Notice it fills up pretty good. It's not bad at all. Pretty puffy. Not bad. All right, but still not quite enough. Still very pliable. Not really enough to burst the bag. So let's try our 3rd amount. So now we're going to have 3 tablespoons of vinegar. 1, 2, 3. Take that out. Lay it flat, and now we're going to scoop our 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Get this in our bag. Get the air out and seal that up. All right, so I don't know, we had quite a bit. What do you think? You think we might have a burst here? Possible? All right, so ready? And let's go. Let's see where we go. Oh, we got a lot more reaction going on. Oh, the bag is much fuller. Getting kind of stiff. There's a lot of pressure in there, but still a little bit pliable, not really enough to get that bag to burst though, right? Pretty close. I don't know, maybe we'll have a winner with this 4th one. So we'll get our 4th bag going. Now we're gonna have 4 tablespoons of vinegar. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And now our 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Get that ready. Oops, forgot to take this out of the bag. We'll do that. Lay that flat so we can get it in there. 1 tablespoon in the bag. All right. Air out and seal it up. Okay, what do you think? You think we're gonna get a good result this time? All right, let's give it a shot. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and mix. And we get, oh, it's a stiff bag. It's a very stiff bag. And we've got a burst. Yay! We've got a burst. All right, so our ratio for bursting our bag open was 1 tablespoon of baking soda to 4 tablespoons of vinegar. So thinking about our hypothesis, our hypothesis was that if we increase our vinegar by 1 tablespoon, we will eventually get to a 1-to-4 ratio. In that 1-to-4 ratio, we should have our bag burst. So where is the carbon dioxide really coming from? Is it coming from a combination of the two, or is more of it seem to be coming from the vinegar itself? More from the vinegar itself, right? Because the more vinegar we added, the more gas we produced. So we have our hypothesis, we have the materials that we used. Now you're going to write down the steps that we used and draw a conclusion. And then you're going to reflect on what we could have done different.